The watch sees all
300
in
in that
Rathir.
corner, 110 the other.
This is the customs house.
What cost the lot by sea? I thought the meddler was taking care of along with the gnome. Go on. Hast will want to hear this.
Very heroic, my fine little war swan. You have tracked and fought your way to my very door, but the vault has been emptied and Lord Beeson has flown to Eamon's Isle. Out of your hands, out of mine, and in Beeson's. Fear not, the Faelands shall bring a beauty terrible and sublime into the world. Now!
not believe.
Lyria lights you. Only
The
warships.
third day, docked in strong. You're from the Scholia Arcana, aren't you? Here to embarrass me? Well, I don't care. I'm glad I was dismissed. I'll drink to it, in fact. Those cowards dismissed me. Afraid of me. Afraid of how difficult it'd be to train me. One thing I've learned. The ladies here are like the spire. Breathtakingly beautiful and completely unassailable. Especially to a failure like me. What is this? Ah, it was only a matter of time before the army found me out. Just my luck. This calls for another drink. I'll have to pack my things. Ah, Alison. What do I tell my sister? Where will she live? How will she live? Army wages can pay for Alison now, but I'm leaving her. I'll send money. I hope she doesn't end up in the Wending. Let them sleep in their lofty towers. I'm headed for a real life, not sitting in front of books all day and being condescended to. Rove, another ale. Make that two.
Glad to do.
Get this. I wake up yesterday morning with the worst headache, no shirt, and a note that I'm fighting a duel. Me? Fighting a duel? Don't know how I got into it, but it's all rot unless I can find a second. Proud son of four-stit traders, my name is gold in every watering hole and bald house in Rathir, and, well, I'm not really allowed out of Rathir. I swear I don't remember a thing. Apparently, I challenged Dalton Ames, the war hero, over the honor of my sister. I do seem to remember him and his bulky arm sitting smugly in the sea foam, taunting me. Surely you've heard of him. Back from Cluricon, and everyone's talking about his exploits on the battlefield. They used to talk about my exploits with Society daughters, but... You can't fight a duel without one. Now, you might be thinking, a popular fellow like Wayland, what trouble could he have finding a second? Well, turns out my friends are all drunken cowards. Look, you seem tough enough. Be my second, and I'll make it worth your while. Thank Lupoku. There is something else I should mention. There is no way in all Amalur I'll win this fight. So I've devised a plan. Before you go to Dalton, and that's my opponent, find Gelfine in the Wending and ask for some rows of shadows. She'll know what you mean. Then go to the officers' hall in the Burn, and on the sly, put some on Dalton's sword point when you inspect it. The way I see it, I'm doomed to end up in Mel Senshir, and I'd rather cut the nose off my face than live a soldier's life. I want some freedom, and you're going to help me, right? All in good time, my friend. All in good time. After you've got the rows of shadows from Gelfine in the Wending, you've got to talk to Dalton in the officers' hall. Tell him I'm ready. He'll show you his dueling sword. Dab a bit of the rows of shadows on it. Then come back to me. Now, time for my part in this business.
The innkeep can help you with a room.
Don't let me catch you making...
City Watch, be on your way.
Well, hello there, stranger. Grab a mug and have a drink if you want. I don't own the place, but I know the drink is good. After all, I brought it here. I've been a wine merchant for several years, sailing up and down the coast to find the best vintages. But I don't need to do that anymore, now that I've got the chalice. The city has seen better times, and it's been frantic here ever since the war touched down into Willie. But I love it all the same. Isn't it a grand thing? Takes whatever swill I want and turns it into the sweetest summer wine. I'll be the richest wine merchant in Rathir. I was wondering when word would get out that I had the bauble. This recently came to it. But I'm afraid I can't give it over, stranger. It's not for sale. I was wondering when word would get out that I had the bauble. This recently came to it. But I'm afraid I can't give it over, stranger. It's not...
Guards! Guards!
You there! Halt! Don't let me catch you making trouble again.
City Watch, be on your way.
Beeson. The Beeson. If it's true he's gone to Eamon's Isle, we must follow immediately. I know a ship's captain here in the city. Hopefully Captain Gonthorm isn't already hired. Take this, a token from Delfric himself. We should send word of our discoveries to him immediately. I wish my searchers turned up half as much as yours. These mages call themselves Farlongi, but no one has ever heard of them. Half of those I spoke to hadn't heard of what happened at Brigand Hall, and they, if anyone, should have. They're supposed to watch for such things. Beeson has cloaked his actions well. I have wondered about them since we last spoke. They take the name from the legendary mage Farlong, but I do not know why. Anytime she was not on duty, she spent among our histories and our ancient sites. I learned from her what the Warsworn were, and the things we lost. But she never found the secret she was looking for. I know only his name as a foe of Aegon, son of Aemon, and I know the histories well. It was built in the time of the First Sworn. No Niskaric artifacts are stored there, but if the accounts are true, much of our early wisdom was kept in the Stronghold's chapel. The founders of our order long ago, they amassed great knowledge about fighting Niskaru, nearly all lost and forgotten. Some say he is a match for Calidus and that he sits on the Orbicant. Either way, he's a mage of considerable power. If he's behind all of this, then I fear this is only the beginning. As soon as a ship can be chartered, yes. Search for Captain Gonthorm on the docks. If he has a ship free, I believe he will take us. You, bring word to Ancient. Now, let's get to the keys.
Mind your step.
In that corner, 110
Hello,
the
mate.
other.
Nothing finer.
30 then.
Students of magic, masters of spells. Consider the mage staff. Would you prefer? Ordinary or illustrious? Go forth, live boldly, then return to me.
Any luck? The ledger! Oh, Lunala's smile, you've done me a good turn. Master Gwalch will be pleased as a fat Jotun when I bring him this, he will.
Students of magic, masters of spells.
Another Varani.
And then I say, Lyria, do I look like a gift?
City Watch, be on your way.
On behalf of myself, my wife and my daughter, I welcome you to the Spire Top and all that House Wyvern Gift can offer. You mean the song of my heart? She's the sweetest thing. Though I worry her mother coddles her some. It is peculiar, I confess, that we kept my name, but the Wyverns are a very old family, and all agreed it was best if it were joined with Give. Atop the spire, you will find the two preeminent great houses, Anwan and our own. You will also find the Scholia Arcana, the Orbicant, and the Temple of Lyria. I am a spiritual man myself and visit the temple gardens daily. The High Priestess offers blessings, counsel, and fate-weaving. You are a student there yourself, are you not? Many of the important and powerful in Rathia have graced those halls. I wish you fortune. The Orbicant is our ruling council. Its members are shrouded except the Elund, who speaks for them. You must forgive my Lady Tanra if she sometimes speaks out of temper. It's been very hard for her. You see, some of the great houses have been slower to accept her than basic civility demands they should. I'm the Patriarch of the Wyvern Gift Great House. Show the proper respect. Are you serious? You must have had one too many ales, rat. Stay away from me. So long.
Yeah? What are you doing here? I don't suppose you're becoming a child of Lyria? break away from all the rules, the trappings, and be themselves. I remember that was why I first joined. I've taken orders before, but a commander ought to at least look a soldier in the eye when telling them what to do. But the Hierophant doesn't do that. The orders just come in secret and no one takes responsibility for them. Damn fool idea, if you ask me. I spent my life growing up in the upper city of Rathir, so you might not understand, but I love that camp. There's always colors and dancing and music. I feel free there. It's hard to be apart from it. Stupid Irian. I'm not the queen of anything now, and I'm not keen to do any talking. The damned fool. All the work I do for him in camp, all the sacrifices I've made to be with him, he's ignored it all. He made a little mistake, but that's the last one. I won't wait around until he forgets me entirely. Illyria, you think you might want to speak a little more quietly? I don't need anyone here getting wise to me. And let me guess, you're a traveler and you've been called to seal the cowl of the maiden. Well, I beat you to it. Cowl's mine. I guess you're right. Irian has a flair for the melodramatic, sure, but I know he's taken my loss hard. It seems I can't get away from the travelers. They really are my life. Fine, take the cowl. I'm headed back to Moon Camp. Farewell. What are you needing?
Tell me, what brings you to this sacred place? A prayer? For the weaving of your fate? Or for the orison? This temple was founded by Bayala Tiran herself, mother and prophetess of our people. It is said that our goddess is the goddess of magic, but by so being, she is goddess of the heart of things, of mystery, and the true weaver of fate. There is something peculiar about you. The threads are... But you know of this, don't you? Then you are the one. I had heard rumors, but never thought... Well, it is good to meet you. You have drawn Lyria's attention. May I look into your cards? It was High Priestess Tiran who led our people from Glen Suthen. It was she who found Rathir. It was she who sheltered and guided us, who made us who we are. Though few of your kind do, all are welcome to the Orison. Perform 3 tasks of devotion to Lyria, and in exchange, earn her blessing. It began when you entered this temple. The first task is the Sojourn. Have this. It is an amphora. With it, travel to the 3 springs blessed by Priestess Tiran on her sojourn from the north. Fill the amphora with some of each spring. One is just outside Rathir, a second in Lower Galliford, the third is in Snowmelt Pass. Bring the amphora I gave you to each of the 3 sacred springs. They are just north of Rathir, in southern Galliford, and in Snowmelt Pass. When you are done, return to me.
Hello. Welcome to our temple. I am a daughter of Lyria, one of many sons and daughters who have devoted themselves here. My station is to look after the relics sacred to our order. Sadly, many of the relics we once had are now lost. It has left so many scars on our city, our souls, and the land beyond. Nor has it stopped taking life. All are welcome here to pray, to reflect and find peace. If you seek fate weaving or the orison, you should speak with the High Priestess.
The goddess of magic, fate, mysteries. We believe that order and chaos are how others want the world to be. But Lyria is concerned with what is, and what can truly change it. True wisdom is knowing the one and grasping the other. Priestess Saranen oversees the temple. Though her station is high, she is gracious and open to all who visit. She will weave your fate if you ask, or lead you on the sacred ritual we call the Orison. You should speak with her if you wish to know more. The Lunar Gardens, or sometimes the Garden of Eternal Night, dedicated to the goddess Lunala. How it works is a mystery. It was long ago. I don't know very much about it. There were the plague times, and then the burning, and then they were over. The second burning came when the Tuatha broke through our defenses. They set our southern keys on fire. I remember it. I watched from here. When the war first came, we sent one out to every stronghold keep. This served two purposes. It brought faith and strength to our soldiers there. And if Rathir fell, some relics might still remain. We have announced a gold reward for their return, but sadly, none have yet come back to us. Please do. There are at least 6 that I know of, sent to the major strongholds of the plains of Arethel. Bring any you find to me. Lyria rewards those in her favor. More than one! Oh, truly, Lyria's fortune shines upon you. Take this as a token of her gratitude. They were primarily sent to the strongholds of the plains of Arethel, but any that you find will be gladly welcomed and thanked with gold. Lunala is goddess of night, the moon, and what is hidden. It is said she is Lyria's handmaiden, or her daughter, or her younger sister. So long. Lyria's smile on you. The great Alfar strongholds of Arethel are Dolve Arn, Verki, Rithen, Candrian, Dolve Whale, and Corgan Hold. So long.
Fetch this, clean that, never a moment's rest.
Well, hello? I am the governess of Mistwood. I will confess, there are days I yearn for a more eager pupil. I do not blame her. Were her parents more persuasive themselves, such willfulness would have been smothered long ago. We are a people of subtle speech and hidden hands. All around us is great beauty, yes, but what does it hide? A topic that interests you? Would you like to learn some of the art? I am confident a small lesson would be permitted by the house. Farewell.
Did my parents send you? Are you some sort of new instructor? I don't know which is worse, the snotty wyverns or the foolish fawning gifts. I suppose it's nice enough, but then I wouldn't know. I have nothing to compare it to. I know what they want. They want to marry me to some snotty, spoiled son of another great house. Then I can become Maewyn Wyvern Gift Fiddlestuffs. You're not an instructor? I thought they might have sent another. They've had Majessa here for almost a year now. She does always get me to attend to her lessons somehow, though I'm not sure how she does it. What is this? Have my parents seen this? Oh, Lunala's starry smile! Yes, yes, and yes! To Chloracon! Think of it! They won't like it when they hear, but what can they do? Buy me out of it? No, not this time. Thank you, stranger. Thank you!
It's a nightmare, it is. My Lady Coriana won't eat. She won't sleep. All on account of a poor, sick Malian. Woe on House Anwan. Poor boy. He sleeps and tosses and turns. From the things he says under his breath, his dreams must be ghastly things. My poor lady. What grief she's known. Her daughters lost to Chloracon, and her husband to the war before that. Her son Malian is all that's left to her, and the only seed of House Anwan. Oh, my masters aren't like some up Spire top. Just one name to our house, thank you very much, and nearly old as Rathir at that. There are but 2 left of Anwan blood. One soon enough if young Master Malian does not mend. The healers say bad blood, but my lady swears it's poison. He sleeps and sleeps, but he's never any better. Well, it's hard to say. The healers are no use. You could go to her yourself and ask. No harm in that. You'll find my lady in the house, by poor Malian's side, most likely. The young master's sickness, yes. He's the last one living, what with the others dead in the war. Here, in House Anwan. She spends most of her time by poor young Malian's sickbed. Do help my lady if you can.
My son Malian is gravely ill. The healers say his blood is diseased, but I am sure it must be poison. If I were younger, I'd go and find the Lepidus myself and prove them wrong. The Wyverns were of respected and decent lineage, though their wealth was not great. Then the merchant's Giff bought House Wyvern, much to our surprise. They have mixed sea wash with fine wine. His father died in the Battle of Gallifre Plain. His sisters in Cluricon. He is all I have left, and he is slipping away from me. Our line is ancient. However, if my son Malion is not cured, we shall wither, and the weeds of wyvern gift grasp ever higher. The healers name it as an affliction of the blood, but Anwan blood has bent beneath no malady in generations. No, Malion was poisoned, I am sure. It was early in the war, and until that time we had known only defeat. The day was won, and my husband lost. Bring my son this wild plant, and I will see you richly rewarded. This I swear. There's only one place that I know of, the Acathan wetlands. You must search for it there. You will know Lepidus by the shape of its blue flower. The wetlands of Acatha. Find it and bring it to my son with all due haste. It is an herb with natural properties. It is not strictly alchemy, and it does not cure a poison. However, it can relieve the symptoms for a time. Malion will still need an antidote before he is fully well. Be wary. I have sent servants before you who did not return.
It's a nightmare, it is.
Stand aside.
Students of magic, masters of
Pleasant
spells.
evening.
Balls, trinkets, sweets.
City Watch, move along.
Citizen.
Welcome to the Wending, mate. I'm sorry it's come to that, but here we are, eh? Where you go when you can't find gold for a Faeteweaver Agarth or a bunk in the quays, nor get work in a servant's quarters up in some great house. If you're able, you sleep in a ramshackle house. If you can't, you sleep in the tunnels among the mice and candles and rags. Make no mistake, for the likes of me, it's warm and welcome. Gelfine buys and sells what you please. Kest deals the cards, sparrows come and go. And the watch come through seldom to never, which is how we like it. Rathir. Some say it runs near as deep as it runs high. What I do know is the spire top's full of light and magic and wealth. Down here, shadows and rags and one daft old mage named Faldron Afari. Oh, him? No one knows his real name. Got that name from the way he talks. Some say he was next to the Archsage once, up Spire Top, and a spell went wrong, or his lover fell to her death. Whatever it was, broke him it did. What's this, eh? Time to serve? Well, I always knew it might come. Not sure what they want with a poor Runir Westerner like me, but I'll go. I'll go.
Careful, it's slippery.
That man Nur says Lyria is no goddess of ours. Well, and if he's wrong, why is the temple all the way up?
Buy something, sell something. It doesn't matter where you got it from. I don't mind where you got anything. I don't ask. And don't you go minding where these came from. It's buy, sell, or leave. You go and wrinkle your nose at our caves and our tatters. At least I'm Ratheri, and no rotten outsider. What? Don't look at me like that. I don't like to be looked at. By Lyria, don't say it so loud. Someone could hear. All right, it's yours, if you can pay the price. Remember, I never saw this, or you. You got what you came for, now go! Get away from me with that. Well, outsider, buy or sell?
To gamble. Aaron Kest's right there. He'll deal you a hand. Runs a good game of cards. Give it a try. He's a friend. Been a friend to me. Me? I'm a nobody. Just a man who loves the dark and sleeping in a cave. And cards. Get back! I won't go, not there. I prefer living to dying, thank you all the same. Well, there's that. Hadn't thought of that. Might be nice. Cook's work or quartermaster's. I'm a fine cook, you know. I feared nothing more than those notices. But fear's worse than the thing itself. Strange, isn't it? Well, I'll miss the place. But I suppose there's darkened rocks in Cluricon. And soldiers play at cards now, don't they? Today, a man in Rathir. Tomorrow, a soldier. Dead the day after that, I'm sure of it. Bah!
We who are weak and ill-fated, we are cursed by the goddess. We who are weak and ill-fated, we are cursed by the goddess.
stranger comes.
Daggers are rusty, but we'll use them if we have to.
So Raff is dead too, then? Oh, Lunala, will the sparrows be murdered one by one? It began when Faro went missing. Then we found Syl's corpse in the alley. Then Shiren's. Now Raff. We are helpless. We know nothing. Can do nothing. Rag pickers, urchins, scamps. Call us what you like. We too have a place, and it is here. I look after my little birds, speak for them, and see to the finding and picking through all of what Rathir discards. Rathir is like a great stone tree, with mages in its boughs, bright ships in its shade. We sparrows nestle in its roots, as loved by Lyria as any other. All that Rathir does not need or want, the gold chain broken, the tailor's scraps, old ship casks, we sparrows gather up. We bring it here, we sort and mend, and sell it new for meager coins as we can. And that is how we live. He was our best climber. Knew the gutters and spire side as well as the gulls. And now he too is gone. Betrayed? We have traded more than rags with some, up above and here below. But who among them would hunt us down and murder us? This is too much for us. I beg you, go to the City Watch. See if there is anything they know, anything they can do to help us. And you think even the Watch cannot be trusted? That is nearly unthinkable. But still. Go there then, and see what you can learn first by looking around. The Watch knows much, and records what it knows. But if all else fails, speak to Captain Talabor. Above the tunnels, just beyond the wending, you will see guards flanking the door. If you can't learn anything on your own, speak to Captain Talabor. Join me, sparrows. Let us mourn our brother departed, Raff.
A fine eve. My ship is free, and its course is yours to plot, my friends.
Were it not Warsworn asking, I wouldn't sail such treacherous northern waters or set foot on an island so long forsaken. But for you, I'll go. I'll go. Some years back, I caught the eye of a pirate lord named Derries. Nearly burned, murdered, and thieved me out of business. I called on the Warsworn, and it took but 3 of them to hunt down Derries, recover my cargo, and save my hide. The Stalwart, she's called. A worthy vessel. You'll find no taverns with warm fires or feather beds on that rock. Stones and bones and rot is all. Captain, trader, and a friend of the Warsworn at your service. Whenever you wish it, friends, you need but give the word. Fine and good. Return when you're set for the voyage.
You? How in the... Erlek, that turncoat. I never should have trusted a liar to commit murder. That's what murderers are for. What do you want? Of course I did. I'm not the Lord of Dolve Arn. I'm not even from the Tuili coast. But what does it matter? I only did what I had to do. Don't we all? The Rathir authorities don't have to know. Keep this quiet and let me sail with this galley, and you can have the gold I received for the treasures of Koln. I am a man of my word. Most of the time. No! You wretch! You will rue the day you betrayed Crass. Do you hear me? Come back.
You're in want of something rare, something marvelous, am I mistaken? The goods here you'll not find the likes of anywhere else. Not without braving the raging seas, at least. Not a bad sight from the bow of your ship, although I've never become accustomed to the strange ways of these southern Alfar. It's my brothers that ply the seas and bring me goods to trade. When I tire of Rathir, I'll wait till they return and back upon the foam. Darkelfar, whatever you like to call them, like and unlike to their sisters in the north. Loselfar, that is. I.
May your stay in Rathir be pleasant.
The city watch never rests.
Your comrade dies. The job is yours.
More bl... We aren't visiting Melsen Shear anytime soon, traveler. The ships are all moored up until Elund Karth says otherwise. We aren't visiting Melsen Shear anytime soon, traveler. The General has returned. We aren't visiting Melsen Shear anytime soon, traveler.
Stand up straight. You'll see things there the likes of which you never saw.
Every note is delivered? Good. Then here's your pay. Off you go then. No use standing around. We've got a war to run.
You there, my lovely. I like the look of you. I have gold to slip in your purse in return for a small favor. The sea wreathes her. Old stone lifts her high. Gold and magic pulse through her veins. In the city of Rathir, a soft whisper in a dark corner unlocks many doors. Me? You wish to know about me? I'm flattered, but I prefer to keep my cards close to my chest. Oh, now, don't sound so suspicious. I need some help in a matter of business. Tell me, do you know the merchant Gwalchmay? I am trying to strike a deal with that willful man, and I think I have found just the thing. Only, I cannot be the one to do it. How very astute of you. Now, Gwalchmay, I have learned, has a weakness for rare wines. This right here happens to be a bottle of Maybrin, his favorite. I wish we had more than just the one. Pity. Here's the contract for him to sign. The better a deal you strike, the sweeter I will make your reward. More than the bottle I gave you? Very good. If you can use that to strike a better deal, I will see you paid more than it's worth. In his goods store, in the Prairie, the market. It's near the center of town. Get him drunk on Maybrin wine, and he should be magnanimous with the contract. If I were to approach him, he'd dig his heels in. But a fresh face such as yours, bearing a bottle of his favorite wine? It might just work. Be good, my lovely, and I'll be good to you.
A few days and I'll be headed back.
Last Tuatha I fought summoned a damned Iskaru. The ships are all moored. We aren't visiting Melsen. The ships are all moored up until Elund's path says otherwise.
Clear. Your comrade dies. The job is yours.
Curios, talismans.
Hello, hello. Gwalchmay's goods. Tell me, what do you need? Abram wine? Wherever did you find it? Forgive me, it's just they're devilish hard to find. You likely had no idea, but there's not a wine in the world I love more. In fact, I think I'll uncork this now and have a sip. Or two. Another? I could cry just to look at it. Best to drink it now. Yes, best thing for it. The more you drink, the better it goes down. A Mayburn? Oh, yes. Very much. Excellent vintage. My warmest thanks. Very thoughtful of you. Very kind indeed. A third? Ought to save it. But I've had to. Why stop now? So good. Nothing like it. Just lie down for a moment. Easy. Oh, my poor aching head. The what? The wine? I'm afraid I've had too much. Or not enough. Come again when I've slept a little. Bring more Mayburn if you've got any. That thing? Take it away. Oh, my poor aching head. I'll look at it later. Yes, later. The what? The wine? I'm afraid I've had too much. Or not it. Come again when I've slept a little. What's that? More Mayburn? Give it to me. It's the only thing for this aching head. Oh, better. Oh, a little better. Yes. A Mayburn? Oh, yeah. Carasta's contract. Ha! I made my stand known to her. Don't think I'll change it now on account of some wine already drunk and forgotten. A Mayburn? Oh, yeah. Why, so you did. Let's have a taste, shall we? Hints of a summer day. Undertones of rose and nectar. Finishes like moon on the water. A Mayburn? Oh, yeah. What's this now? Carasta's contract? Ought to have known she was behind this. Still, I suppose I was a bit hard on her. Here's a reasonable figure. She shouldn't turn her nose up at this. What do you say? Ha! Drink and cheer is one thing. Business, another. Don't mix the two, my friend. Never mix. Good then. Good, good. Signed and done. A remarkable woman, there's no denying. But you be wary. Those eyes of hers make promises. Promise things she'll never give. Now there's Anwan and Wyvern Gif. The old oak and the greenweed, some say. Not I. The kind of one's as good as the other. Friend to any soul with such distinguished taste in wine. To you, friend.
ship sails tomorrow at dawn.
The contract? You have it? Let me see. Yes, this will do. Good, my lovely. Well done. You brought me my profit. Now you shall have yours. Leaving me? So soon?
Please, please, I'm only a soldier back from Chloricon. Don't kneel, and I'm afraid I don't do blessings. Well, here for the formalities, then. My sword is in the back. She's new, a real beauty. Go on and inspect it. I'm sure you'll find it more than suitable. Right in the next room on the wall. Won her off a Varani chap. Mind you, don't grasp the hilt. They say it's bad luck. Me? They call me a war hero. Haven't you heard the songs? It was only 5 Bulgan, and I had a rusty knife. Huh, I don't see what all the fuss is about. As you know, until the siege ends, it's a lot of sitting around and brief skirmishes. Can't wait for a real fight. I tell you, we need a place like this in Chloricon. Sure, there are places to drink and gamble, but nothing with class. He's as vile as his sister's delectable. I don't know how word got round to him, though. I thought I was discreet.
Well, it's good to be back in